This is my audience.
I'm Chandler.
I'm Drew.
I'm Quinlan.
In the United States, there are over 4.3% of Americans that are unemployed. This is a drastic percentage of our population and is still increasing day by day. Walking around in a city, you may encounter people that are unemployed. Someone in your family, or also someone that you see out in public, may be unemployed. Unemployment is the main reason for depression and also leads to problems later down the road, like, of course, losing a job. Some points I plan to cover are unemployment and how I feel it affects the world, also how I feel it plays a role in our everyday lives. To look into, we will start on what employment is and how this takes place around the United States. Unemployment rates have risen drastically over the years, and studies have shown that they may keep increasing. It is said that the unemployed to employed ratio was 59.7% as of March 7, 2017. Unemployment today is something major that is seriously playing a big role in our economy. One way I feel this is happening is if less people have jobs, that equals less people investing in our economy. This ultimately could lead to our economy having a huge crash, which would leave people and families with nothing. In a way, when you think about it, it could potentially lead to something way bigger than we could have anticipated. Our economy is steady and good right now, but if this rate of unemployment keeps rising, something is going to have to change. Families that are left with nothing, such as no money, or food, or jobs, will have to figure out a new way of living, which all ties into more ways our country is being affected even more. This overall will cause stress on the people getting laid off and their families. Next, I'll move into on how I feel unemployment plays an important role and affects our lives. Unemployment plays a big role in our everyday lives, and some of us do not even realize it. Unemployment may not affect you, but it may affect someone else in your family circle. Those very people in your family, their lives may be impacted by being laid off. One of the top ways unemployment affects us is by depression. Most people may not think depression is a factor of unemployment, but it is. Recent studies have shown that more people are affected by the depression factor rather than the actual layoff status itself. More ways I feel unemployment may affect people is that they may feel like they're working too hard for what they're getting paid. This overall may make them feel like they're worth more than what they're making, and they may go on and quit themselves. To start with next, I will explain more about unemployment in our country and how I feel it is chipping away at everything. It is hard to estimate how the unemployment rates will increase or decrease over the next years, but I think it will remain steady. One big, simple reason unemployment affects our country is if people are not making money, then they're simply not spending it. If certain stores are losing customers, then they will not have profit and will crash. This then leads to a massive amount of unemployees going unemployed and left with no job or way to make money. Lastly, I want you to ask yourself this. What if you were laid off and you are now unemployed? The feeling of unemployment is what I feel hits people the deepest. They feel almost useless in a way. They're left with nothing, no job, money, just their families to live off of. That is what I feel strikes them the most. They then also have to repeat a process of going out to search for a job to rake in some money to keep them out of debt. To glance over what I have explained, I've told you about unemployment as well as how it affects our everyday lives and how it takes place in our country. In conclusion, unemployment is yet another major problem in this world, and I feel it could ruin the economy if it is not handled right. Unemployment is something all of us should take seriously. You can get laid off at any given time, left with nothing and no money to make. So why should you all care about unemployment? I feel it is something that could potentially overturn the economy in a bad way. But if we control it as of now, we will be just fine. Unemployment has grown vastly over the years, and it is what I feel could potentially destroy our economy. Thank you.